You're listening to Elegbete TV and Radio. Elegbete TV Radio. We dare to lead.
All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Idafi Matthias. You're going to get up to call me the Elegbete One of Sports. PC, the Olympic have come to an end. Those of you who followed it 100%, I'm sure you enjoyed it. It was the Olympic of the good, the bad, and the ugly. The Americans showed what powers that they represent when it comes to global sporting activities. In basketball, the finals, it was the Steph Curry show. It was 3-point after 3-point after 3-point after. It was just a night for them to be happy, and a host of others who were prepared. And then Nigeria, in 2012, Nigeria went to London to go get the spirit of the game. In 2024, 12 years after, Nigeria went to Paris, neighbors to London, to go get the converted Minister of Sports into Minister of Explanation. I hope that in Los Angeles in 2028, the last time Los Angeles held the Olympic was in 1984, and Lionel Richie experienced in the opening ceremony of Lionel Richie experienced the biggest crowd, the biggest viewing of his music, as he was the artist for the opening ceremony. I mean, that was the era where music was music anyway. And I mean, there's still some good music now, I'm not going to lie. Still some very, very good music on the international scene and even on the Nigerian scene, on the Afrobeat scene. But hey, you know, back in the day, it was really, really more good than bad. And I don't know, there was funny side, good side. We saw artistic respect when Simone Biles and the gymnast and the other lady bowed down to the Brazilian gymnast or whatever they call it. Okay, and that was beautiful. We also saw a pole vaulter fail, not because his hand or his belly or his legs knocked the pole off the barricade or whatever it's called, bar, right? Pole vaulters, people expert in pole vault, please tell me what this called. I went to go and take one this thing and show you what. What's it called now? Whatever it is, but it was his bowler. It was there was the hand of God by Maradona, and I'm sure that one will be regarded as the rod of the devil, the devil's rod, as that cost him gold. World champion Toby Amusan was highly expected to come in on the podium, at least bringing a silver, gold, bronze, or bronze, silver, or gold, but she was beaten to it. She was too shocked. She put her two hands on her head. I remember in Ghana, the African Games, when she took everybody to the cleaner, she said, "It's shook. This time around, it really shook." Okay, but I mean, it's one of those things that happen. Nigeria didn't go to this tournament prepared. Psychologically, we had defeated ourselves from Douala. Let's call it spade a spade. From Douala, we had defeated ourselves before we went there. So seeing that names of athletes were not submitted, seeing that there was no bicycle to compete, seeing that we were just throwing excuse after excuse after excuse, party after party. It was for me, it was normal. I expected it. Someone sent me a message. Is that why you didn't go to the Olympics? No, that's not why. That's not. I hate to tell a lie to cover stories. No, that's not the reason why. The reason why I didn't go to the Olympic was, one, I realized that for the Olympics, accreditations are given to certain people based on sports, okay, particular sports that you cover. So let's say, for instance, if we apply, if you get accreditation for football, you cannot go to any other sports. You have to stay within the football space. That's one. Two, the cost of going to the Olympics was way more than I anticipated. You don't understand the whole hike of dollars and the rest. And I know that I'm supposed to be in Europe in October, so I changed the plan. Focus on that one because my own. I mean, the Olympic is good, but to be very honest, as a content creator, there is not much you can benefit from the Olympics. You can't take clips like we did at the African Games where you're permitted to. You can't take clips of the game. Your channel will be taken down. You can't record, there are too many things. You can't even record in fan parks unless you just do outside the stadium kind of activities. So the whole game is right protected. I just felt like it's gonna be a waste of time. The only persons who can go there are photographers, and even that they are limited to certain events. So it was not worth it, especially if you're coming from Nigeria. If I want to go there with, let's say, a team of three, it's between $25,000 to $30,000. Where's the money coming from? I don't have it. Let me be very fair. If I have 100,000 subscribers and we're doing $10,000 every month, obviously I will take the risk and go. Not just because I want to go, but let my crew have it on their CV that they've covered the Olympics. I'm not big on it. Okay, let me be very honest. I'm not big on it, but I also know that it would help them, help the members of my crew, my photographer, for instance, Jami Adelashe, Kalijayi, my producer. When you say, oh, I've covered the All African Games, I've covered the African Cup of Nations, I've covered the Olympics and probably the World Cup next, it does, put you on the pedestal. And it's what I was hoping for. But hey, it didn't come. Let's we get past it. We're moving towards our October trip. We don't know how it's going to happen. We're still, looking around for sponsors and funding for our flight tickets and our logistics in Europe. But we definitely will get it. We would get it. I'm sure we'll get that one done anyway. But having said that, there is still a long way to go. For those of you who follow our content, we just this morning we just dropped the Major Lawal interview that everybody was asking for, and then beyond that, there's going to be the series on Brownie Day. The Brownie Day interviews are coming like in torrent. It's so long, so we've queued them up already, so there's no delay. Every Monday evening, you will get one piece of it. First part is coming up this evening by 7 p.m. Then the next one is next week, Monday. Then the other part Monday. Then the full one will come in on the 2nd of September, if I'm not mistaken. So all of that will come in. We did the Eddie Messin interview 2 days ago. It was good, but then well, let me keep that one aside now. Let me keep that one to myself. And then we have a few other things that will come. So we will try as much as possible to debug ourselves, to empty all of the interviews that we have, put them out, the full interview for Dikudi, and then we'll try to do a few other ones, a few other players that we can do, put them out before October that will travel, because I do know that once the league starts, we're going to be fully engaged in doing our mini documentary series on Ikorodu City. How we're going to do that, I mean, some of the fundings that I was expecting have not come in. So how we're going to do that, I still don't know, but we've committed ourselves already. So we're going to see how we will try as much as we can to get it done. Having said all of that, let's get on to the show this morning. Let's start with the Timothy Daimbo's Corner, where we have all the news segments. And like I've always said, please do well to follow the young man on Twitter. It's TMT Daimbo, DEHINDBO. That's his Twitter handle. Search for him and give him a follow. And when you do, please send him a message. Let him know that you enjoy the news packages that he's giving us on the show. Wish he could do more anyway. But for now, he's a student and he's busy writing his exams, dealing with classes and all that. But he still finds time to create this Peter package for us. Thank you very much, Timothy Daimbo. Let's go straight to the news segment now. See, today my tea. Doom. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sidafi. I'm back. This is not Agbo, this is tea. For those of you who are wondering if it is Agbo, it's tea. It's tea, okay? We're on the tea side of life today. Let's go straight to the news put together by Timothy Daimbo. Liverpool manager Arne Slot expressed is not so satisfied with his team's performance despite a strong preseason after their victory over Sevilla in a preseason match yesterday afternoon. Slot acknowledged that while the team is progressing, there are still many steps to take before reaching perfection. He added that they hope to achieve that level soon. First of all, let me say this, that Arne Slot is going to be the first person that would woefully embarrass my prediction. But this shakara that he's not doing, is smoking, bro. Liverpool have had the best preseason of their life, even in the in the Jurgen Klopp Ganga pressing era, they've not had it so good. They've had the best preseason, the scoring, they're defending well, they are moving. Seems like they're very happy to see your club leave. Very happy to miss you kind of attitude is what I'm seeing from the Liverpool team. And you beat a whole Sevilla. Sevilla 4-1, and you're saying they didn't do well. I don't know what you want them to do, what your expectation for them are, but whatever it is, I think that Liverpool did well. If you're a Liverpool fan, tell me if you are also not satisfied. Well, let's hear from Ibaraja, Annie's lot. Annie, talk to us.
And that's all, folks. It's a Legbete TV radio.
You always want to reach perfection, which we all know we will never going to reach. But we're quite far away from perfection, in my opinion. So first 10 to 15 minutes, lost the ball far too many times. I think after the set piece goal we scored, we became stronger and stronger, and that was a well-deserved win. Overall, we are getting there, but there were a lot of steps to make to become the team that I would like us to become.
Well, one man's made is another man's poison. I think, in my opinion, that they did well, but I mean, he's got his own matrix, he's got his own parameters of judgment. So I'm not going to sit here and say otherwise. He's the coach, he's the manager, he knows what he's expecting, he knows what he wants. There is, I don't know if that news is true, that the Samuel Morodio deal is not going to go through anymore. Does that open the door for Victor Osimhen to Chelsea? I really don't know, but if that happened, has Chelsea not defrauded Atletico Madrid sort of a way, because Conor Gallagher has gone and you're not doing the Morodio deal again? What really happened? I thought they had agreed they had a perfect agreement, but whatever it is, they know why it's not happening. It might just eventually be a blessing in disguise for Atletico Madrid. They might loan him out because he gets a better season, and then they sell him for 60, 70, 80 million one season from now. But let's go to another coach whose team has not had the greatest preseason, but then they still came back to win the Community Shield. Okay, so they say there's a cost of the Community Shield, but the last time Pep Guardiola and his team won the Community Shield, they went on to win the title. Now they've won it again. It was Precious Omosuwe that asked me if they would defy it. One of the things that I like to say is that Man City have not improved from last season. Arsenal were 2 points away, or were Aston Villa away from winning the title last season. Have Arsenal improved? I think so. Man United have signed more than any other team. I don't know if they have improved. I don't know if the team is better. I saw them in the Community Shield. They still have that bit of distraction, absent-mindedness. Yes, Bruno Fernandes played well. Casemiro, I think it was better. But I mean, Casemiro does not have any point to prove to anybody. He is a fantastic. He's had a fantastic career at Real Madrid. No matter what you say of his time at Manchester United, everybody will judge him by what he did at Real Madrid. That's what we know. That's a Casemiro. We know whatever is happening at Man United right now, you blame it on the club. That club seems to make everybody look bad. So you can't blame him. But having said that, Matthias De Ligt has come in. The other guy have also come in. Two players straight out of Bayern Munich. Manchester United is somehow feeding the bank account of Bayern Munich. But then, in Man United now, with all the players signed, I think there's no one that they've wanted that they've not signed. I don't know. They signed Joshua Zexi. They signed the defender, Lenny Yoro, who got injured. They signed Matthias De Ligt. They signed the other guy, Suari, what his name is. I'll remember. All of these guys are in. There is no more, the players that we wanted that they didn't give us is the reason why we didn't perform. Okay, you have your backroom coaches, the Dutch coaches, and all of these people. Nasser Mazraoui, what's his name? Matthias De Ligt. I hope he lights up Old Trafford. Nasser Mazraoui gives them the everything that they need, because these players are ready. They've been swooped on, and the coach has been given the materials that they need. I think that you give Ineos and Jim Ratcliffe a little bit of credit. It's not been smooth sailing to get the players that they need, but hey, it's one of those things. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and see. Let's keep our fingers crossed and see if everything will go the way Manchester United expect. I still think that when I look at them in the Community Shield, I just think there's still signs of the old Man United. Garnacho will still be Garnacho, fantastic player. Nobody can argue against that one. But there's just some lazy legs. Let me use that word now. Some lazy legs in the Manchester United team, like Rashford, like in the defense, one or two times, being lost at sea. But it's not all bad. It's not all terrible. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see at the end of the day we might get the right result. But then Pep Guardiola has something to say. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola believes Norwegian winger Oscar Bob has the potential to match Cole Palmer's level if he gets more playing time. Guardiola praised Bob's versatility, noting that the City Academy has consistently produced top talent and believe Bob is well positioned to shine as well. Wow, that's a very big ask. Cole Palmer had, over 20 goals last season, and his performance good. That's not to say that Oscar Bob is not good. I like his movement, his positioning, but I also think that he doesn't have the killer instinct that Cole Palmer have. You can agree or disagree. You can give me your own perspective to him, but time will tell.
That would be great because the successful call in Chelsea last season was unbelievable. So I think it was maybe one of the 2 or 3 best players in the Premier League. And now look the impact in the Euros. It will depend. That's happened because Cole played every single game. And I'm pretty sure if Oscar play a lot of minutes, he can do many, many good things. So no doubt about that. But there are different players. But look, the generation had the academy years ago. That was Jadon Sancho with Cole Palmer, with McAtee, with Brahim Diaz, with a lot of players that they are shining, and come from there. So that's why we're really pleased how the academy work in the past. Hopefully can continue to do it for the club.
My name is Frank Idemudia Alapa. That's my name. Talking sports is my game, and I am the greatest. I love listening to Elegbete TV radio. For undiluted, unadulterated, it's probably replicated but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Elegbete TV radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Well, Pep Guardiola stated his thoughts on Oscar Bob. For a minute, what do you guys, for those of you that have seen him play, what do you guys think of Oscar Bob? What do you guys think of his quality, his ability? I think he's a good player. It's my opinion. I don't. He doesn't fall into the Ogbori group. I think he's a good player, but Cole Palmer showed very, very good performance last season. I don't want to believe he's a one-season wonder. He does give me the Michael Owen vibe, not as fast as he is, but he's got the Michael Owen instinct. Oscar Bob is more of a weaver, a whistle kind of player. Not sure if he got the killer instinct that Michael Owen, Phil Foden, what's it called, Cole Palmer, when Rooney have, but we will see. Time will tell. Like they say, pregnancy takes time. It will show eventually, so you can't hide it forever. We will see what Oscar Bob can give to us. Having said that, let's move on. Thanks to Timothy Demo. We've got a whole lot to talk from all sides, from coaches talking to others. Steve Kerr, you have to know, if you don't know that name, I don't know whether you follow basketball at all anyway. Steve Kerr, who coached both the U.S. men's basketball team and the Golden State Warriors, shared his admiration for LeBron James after years of coaching against LeBron in the NBA. Kerr said it's a real privilege to finally coach him following the USA's gold medal win against France in Paris Olympics final on Saturday night. Kerr praised LeBron's exceptional skills and mentioned how much of a fan he's always been. Kerr also talked about how rewarding it's been to work with LeBron, appreciating not just his talent on the court, but also his leadership and impact on the team. For Kerr, coaching LeBron has been a special experience, giving him a chance to see up close and personal what makes LeBron one of the greatest players in basketball. I mean, you coach a great player, it's going to be up there in your wall of fame and say, I've coached this guy, I've coached Steve Kerr, I've coached Kevin Durant, I've coached Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, this one, that one, Draymond Green. I put all those names on the wall and say, yes, I've done this, I've won the NBA, I've won gold at the Olympics. It's a good one, it's a good one. It's a good one. One day I want to have a studio office, and what will be on the wall of fame are the people that we've interviewed and then the people that we've trained. I've always said that companies should do that. The people that pass through you, that when they came, they had not had experience before, and then you mold them into these superstars, because it helps you when you're working. You know that, okay, And I mean, we did this. This is our tree of success.
LeBron, what a blessing to coach him finally after all these years of coaching against him and trying to figure out how to beat him, and to watch him up close. I've said this, these past few weeks, just to see his approach, to see his professionalism, how coachable he is. And then, of course, just how gifted he is at everything, at every part of the game he seems to have mastered. And I'm thrilled to have been able to coach him these last 6 weeks. And I'm a LeBron fan for life.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm doing both the analyst, the presenter, and the producer this morning. It reminds me back in the day anyway. These are some skills you pick along the road and then they become helpful for you later. I'm a bit nervous today. I'm a bit tensed. I'm a bit shook a bit because we're starting with test running a new show today. Myself, Mario Leo, my co-presenter Bobby Ray, finally get to see his face today. My friend in Indiana, Habibi, and hopefully my former teammate Daniele. And we also have windows openings for others to join in. And it's always like that with me anyway. When I'm starting a new show, I'm a bit nervous, I'm a bit tensed. Is it gonna go well? Is it gonna come out? So you know how before you start the show, you have a picture in your head. This is what I want, right? And this is how it goes. Then your expectation originally is for it to be better than how you picture it in your head. When it should come out better than the way you picture it. It's like when your wife is pregnant and you have a picture of the kind of baby you want to have. And then there is also the possibility the baby may come with deafness, blindness, deformity, Down syndrome, all of those things. So you sitting where you are, you're saying to yourself, I want the baby to come out this way. And then eventually the baby, he or she comes out even way better than you anticipate. That's what happens to me with shows. I don't know. I mean, I'm not supposed to be getting nervous. This is about 20 years now. What's today's date? Tomorrow is going to make it 20 years exactly that I've been today is my 20th anniversary. So it was 12th of August 2004 that I started this journey. So it's 20 years exactly today that I started this road on broadcasting that have taken me through Al Jazeera, ITV, little stint with Sky Sports in the UK, Brilla FM, a lot of other platforms that I've been on. This platform, production of the Nigerian League, which I will always be proud of, and a host of other things that I've done in the space, in the media space, going to the World Cup as a commentator. It's 20 years today. It's 20 years. Wow. Somebody should send me a bottle of wine. I mean, I think I've earned it. 20 years on the microphone. 20 freaking years. I mean, started off with a bet in the car, $100 bet. You can do it. I can do it. You cannot do it. Come on, go and sit down there. It's 20 years now. I own a lot of microphones. Like, I use them for props. Now I see microphones everywhere, like top quality microphones. I remember the day I was told to Liz, like, it's my microphone. You cannot use it anymore. Like, okay. I'm gonna go out there and buy my own microphone. I'm gonna have a lot of microphones. If microphone is the thing, now I have about 30 microphones. 30, like spare mixers, like 2 spare mixers, sound card everywhere. Life is sweet anyway. Life is sweet. When people say get out of my world, go create your own world. That's the only encouragement I'll give to anybody out there. But let's come to somebody whose world is not rocking. Every other coach that has spoken since known winners one way or the other. As a player, this guy was the beast. This guy was unplayable. This guy was a guy you don't want to play against. You don't want to defend against him. It was everything. It was awesome, fearsome. It was wonderful. It was Win Wonders. Okay, there's a musician called Win Wonder, but this guy was oh god, it was a guy to be afraid of. But as a coach, I don't know. I mean, he's so blown up right now, overweight. I don't know what's happening, but let's hear from him because I mean, I look at the stat. Timothy put up a stat on his WhatsApp status. You need to be following that guy. You need to have his number to make a lot of sense. Timothy put a stat on his WhatsApp status that got me. Let me read it. Let me read it. I don't know if he's deleted it. But he used the word that I told him not to use. But let me just read. Let me see if it is still there, and we could talk about it as we go. Okay. Uh, okay, so he said when running Plymouth Ireland, blah 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 blah. Keep okay. He said ignore the scoreline. Sheffield Wednesday took 24 shots in Plymouth's box. All of Sheffield players except the goalkeeper created chances. That included all the 5 players that were brought on as substitutes. Damn. That's so much. That's so much. Okay, but let's hear what I mean. Our sports minister is making excuses everywhere. Why would Wayne Rooney not make his own excuse? Wayne Rooney is faced his first major challenge as Plymouth Argyle manager against Danny Rose Sheffield Wednesday yesterday in match day 1 of the EFL Skybet Championship, and it ended in a 4-0 defeat. Sheffield Wednesday dominated the match with 30 total shots compared to Plymouth's 5, with only 1 on target. It in what was a disappointing performance. Rooney emphasized the importance of staying calm and avoiding panic despite the outcome. He shared these thoughts during an interview with football columnist and writer Justin Allen yesterday. Now, if you look at the write-up here, you could tell that Timothy Dembo is angry with Rooney. Like there was venom in the whole write-up. But hey, no problem. Let's hear when Rooney's side. Even this we've heard Timothy's Dembo side. Let's hear when Rooney's side.
To come into the club, we have our aims, we have our goals, not just for this season, but over the next few years. So yeah, I think it's important not to panic and not, being too negative. Of course, I didn't like the performance one bit today, but I think we have to stay calm and understand this game's happened. We'll do a debrief tomorrow on the game and move on. So it doesn't change our ambitions of what we believe we can get to this season.
Elegbete TV Radio, redefining broadcasting. Listen.
Well, on one side, as a coach and as a football person, I agree with Wayne Rooney. You can start a season very, very poorly, lose by whatever margin, and still end up having a good season. You can also start a season very good, scoring, winning a couple of games, and then you end up not doing so well. So it's a long run. It's not a 100-meter dash. It's a marathon. And in the marathon, you have to be very tactical. But, starting a season well, it's also good. It gives you confidence. It boosts you. It keeps you going. That's one question that somewhere along the week we would have to answer. First fixtures of the league season, Chelsea versus Manchester City. How is it going to go? For sure, one of those two will drop points. For sure, either two of them will drop points if the game ends in a draw. But if one wins, most likely Man City wins, then Chelsea will drop point. But this type of games are the kind of games where Chelsea rise up. What would happen in those games? It's not a conversation for today. It's just a precursor for what is going to come within the week. Preparing ourselves for it. So we shall see how it goes. Well, why talking? I mean, I'm not really a party or celebration person, but I just think that 20 years is worth talking about. I've spent 20 years. So I was 25. It means I was 25 when I got into media. I'm 45 now, going 46 in December. And it's been crazy to think that at 25, I'd already had a football playing career. I'd already owned 2 football clubs, ran 1 professional club for 5 years, employed over 50 players. In the course of that 5 years, a total of 113 players had passed through me. I'd coached. I'd also managed a football team. Jesus, at the age of 25. Wow. I should be my own role model, I should be my own role model. I've not really failed as sometimes I want to think like, oh, you failed. You're not doing well. I think I've tried. And then I came into this industry that I was not trained for. I was not prepared for. And I've come to rule it. Grown from the guy who everybody said doesn't have a good voice. His voice cannot walk, to become the best football analyst I ever lived, and trying to be a good presenter and also doing doing interviews, and also moving into the film and documentary series in sports. Also, led the front line in podcasts in Nigeria or Africa, even. I think I've tried in these 20 years. Okay, when I look back now that I'm thinking about it, I think I've tried. And add up all the people that I've brought through the rank: Emmanuel Tim, Emmanuel Sebastian, Yinka Sports, Sexy Joe, Dumebi, Princess I've tried. Precious, Samari, Damiju, what's it called? Bamiji, the I've done quite a while, But hey, it's one of those things. The demand upon victory is for more victories. So we'll keep pushing. Now let's look at the transfer side of things. It's almost closing. It's, less than 2 weeks from now, the transfer window will close. And when that window closes, or over 2 weeks anyway, today's 12th, over 2 weeks from now, the transfer window will close. And when that window closes, would you be in your corner and be saying, oh, I am satisfied? Or you'll be saying, like Annie Slot, I'm not satisfied. We didn't sign the players that I expected. We didn't do the deals that I expected us to do. Chelsea are about doing 12 deals already, 8 goalkeepers. They are going for their 13th one now. Manchester United have done about 6 or 4, but 4 guaranteed. Lenny Euro, Zexi, Mazuri, and Delete. But there are a few other ones that will still come. And I'm just asking, Arsenal have done only Calafiori. I mean, I'm not going to say David Raya is a signing. Yes, it's permitted the deal, but it was here last season. So the only deal that Arsenal have done is Calafiori. I mean, they were not too far from Man City last season. Man City have also not done too much. If you say they've signed Sawadinho, they've signed one player like that. They've also lost Julian Alvarez, who on what's that thing they taught us in statistics class in Masters in NBA? Substitution by elimination. When you do substitution by elimination in this conversation, you could say that Man City have not signed anybody because they lost a player and then they got another one in. It's okay. But then when I look at them on the community sheet, one of the things that I noticed is that Kovacic is playing way better than he played last season. It's just one game, I agree, just one game, but he's not understanding the Pep way. His movement, his transition, his positioning is better than the Kovacic that we saw at Chelsea. I'm not saying that he was a bad player there, but to transition into the Pep style takes a whole lot. Doku is still Moses Simon 2.0, nothing special about him. He's still the same predictable play. It's just that he's got power and a bit of pace, we must see, but okay, well, it would add its own value. And you now have the fact that Jack Grealish will come and join that part. Okay, so Oscar Bob is going to do what Riyad Mahrez was doing on that right-hand side. Definitely, if it's not Riyad Mahrez, it's not Riyad Mahrez. But we will see how that goes anyway. But as it is right now, that's the situation. Let's look at the other clubs who are planning to sign players and who are they signing, who's coming in and who's not coming in. Arsenal are planning a move for French winger Kingsley Coman on loan for the season, with Bayern Munich prepared to let the 28-year-old leave. Brentford striker Ivan Toney is being looked at by Saudi Pro League clubs, with Al Ahly keen on the 28-year-old international as well. The way the season ended, everybody was talking about him. You see, a little stain can damage a career. That ban for gambling just made Ivan Toney, who is like one of the most wanted players. Imagine they're mentioning Solanke over Ivan Toney, talking about other players, and they're not calling him. Just the same way that unsolicited video run by Victor Osimhen, I've put his market in the, like, okay, it's an afterthought. It's not the main course anymore. It's a dessert. You can afford not to take it, and it's not a big deal because you already filled up. Well, we'll see how it goes anyway. Wish them best of luck. Chelsea are discussing a deal to bring Portugal forward João Felix, 24, to Stamford Bridge as part of Atletico Madrid's attempt to sign England midfielder Conor Gallagher. So what happened to Omar? All of a sudden, Omar is not going anymore. Newcastle United are targeting a move for Manchester United striker Nikita Parry, who is 30 years of age. This Parry, where this is? Without reach 30, we don't know you. As they look to achieve promotion into women's football, into the Women's Super League. I was wondering, I say, which guy, when are they put this to where more know what to talk? Stuttgart are in talks to sign Armando Broja on loan from Chelsea, with the 22-year-old Albanian striker open to joining the German club. AC Milan are keen on a loan move with an option to buy for Roma's 26-year-old English striker Tammy Abraham, but face competition from Bournemouth, Everton, and Leicester City. Nottingham Forest have rejected Atlanta's bid of more than 20 million euros, which is 17.1 million pounds for Wales defender Nico Williams, not the one from Athletic Bilbao, who's 23 years of age, even though they are almost about the same age. Liverpool defender Virgil van Dijk has 1 year left on his deal, and the 33-year-old Netherlands international says there has been no change to his contract situation. You have a Dutch coach now. If you want to play, if you want to stay, you will stay. Don't worry, just speak Dutch with him. Just speak some Dutch language. Everything will be sorted out. Man, talk to my man, understand. Okay. Manchester United have reached agreement with English right back Aaron Wan-Bissaka over an exit settlement ahead of the 26-year-old move to West Ham. Loyalty bonus. Brazil keeper Edison 30 has been linked with a move to Saudi club, but says he is staying at Manchester City after talks with manager Pep Guardiola. Okay. Leicester City have made a 23.2 million pounds bid for 24-year-old Panathinaikos and Greece striker Fotis Leonidas. Okay, that reminds me of a movie, Odyssey. There's a guy called Leonidas in that movie. As they continue talks to try to bring in Ivory Coast winger Wilfred Zaha, 31, from Galatasaray. Brentford have agreed a deal to sign Sweden midfielder Jens Kajuste from Napoli on a season-long loan with an obligation to buy for about 10 million pounds. Borussia Dortmund are set to sign 21-year-old German forward Maximilian Bayer from Hoffenheim in a deal worth just over 30 million euros, which is 25.7 million pounds. Borussia Dortmund, they do pass that amount. Once you get past that one, carry your skills and your talent go. Borussia Dortmund is not the club that will go and sign a player for 80 or 100 million. That's not in their own cup of tea. That's not a conversation that they like to have. They like to have a conversation that is within their budget. Okay, so let's come back. The resumption date of the Nigerian League is still 31st of this month. That is if it happens. But we know that coming Friday, this Friday that is coming, the league in Europe, some of the European countries that have not started, some have started, some of us are not aware of that. Some leagues have started. The AFF, for instance, have started. Some other leagues elsewhere have also started, and I think the Dutch league, the Eredivisie, have started already. Yesterday, there were a lot of matches that went down. Sparta Rotterdam and Heracles had a goalless draw, and Sittard, what's it called? Sonderlises Summer Club beat Go Ahead Eagles away from home 2 goals to nothing. FC Utrecht won 1-0 against Zoli, and Ajax were able to win 1 goal to nothing against Harven. So for that have started already. The English Championship that does the normal testing of the water have also started. A few other leagues, the Belarusian league is going on, the Argentine league is going on, league in Denmark, Sweden, Bolivia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, and the rest are also going on. In Chile, the leagues are going on. So, well, we'll see from next week. Brazil, the Brazilian league is also going on very well and strong. But from next Friday, the Premier League will be on. The other leagues across the top side of Europe will be on as well. So how prepared is your team for the season that is about to start? How good are the signings that you guys have made? I think that Calafiori, for the little minutes that he played, showed that he's dependable. He's a good player. But, that's how Juran Timber showed that he's good. And then first game, he got injured. So you're going to really hope against all odds that there is no injury that will take him out. If he is going to add value to the team, and I think that his signing have also brought quality, the best out of Zinchenko, because all of a sudden Zinchenko in all the friendly, the game against Bayer Leverkusen and even the game against Leon have shown that he really can ball. Okay, that thing that he forgot that got into his head last season, whatever he smoked that got into his head last season. He can manage it. He can tame it because he really did put good performance. If you go by the performance from preseason, then you see that Zinchenko have a place in the team. He's still going to be with the Arsenal team going forward. Players like Thomas Partey also showed how good he can be for the team. So it does look like there are bodies, but I still hope that Arsenal can bring in Mikel Merino, and also if they're going to bring in Coman, Kingsley Coman, I think is a good signing. It's a great signing, not just a good one, even if it's on loan 1 season and probably with an obligation to sign him on. He might be 28, not 22, 23, 24, but I think he's a good signing, going by whatever it is that Arsenal is looking to do. So I'll be happy. I'll be very, very happy if Arsenal gets him in as a backup, because I just think that, yes, I agree. I agree that Nten Nwaneri can be a backup, but listen, and I'm not just talking him down. I just think that Arsenal needs something solid. Man City can afford to do that. Right? Man City can afford to do all those drama, can afford to do all those playing academy player. They've won the league back-to-back 4 times. They are still the numero uno, the supremo. But when it comes to Arsenal as a challenger, you need all the fireworks, all the strong men available. So let me get to your comment section and see what you guys have got for us. P-Man say, let's go. Ikene Kunife says, first to answer present. Are you sure? Akimbola Larry say, we don't land for the Ogbonga show. Henry Morris says, new week, let's get it started. Christopher Martins, where have you been? He say, Niger athletes fall our hands. Well, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know the whole setup behind leading to the Olympics. So I hardly blame athletes in this case, because it's not like in football where you can see a foot team just gang up together to play rubbish. This one, they know that it's an individual sport. It's now or never. But then some impediment can just cause them not to perform well. Well, Ekene Kunife says, honestly, I didn't expect Slot to be good like this, even though it's still preseason, but I like the harmony in the team. That's the word. That harmony is what worries me, because what separates Liverpool now from Man City, from Manchester United and Chelsea is the harmony. Chelsea does not have the harmony yet. Man United does not have the harmony yet. What stands out Man City and Arsenal up there is the fact that there's harmony in the team. That's why it's also very difficult to sign in player. When you want to sign player, you have to understand that this guy is not going to come into my dressing room and destroy the harmony, the unity in this squad. You have to think of the player says, do they really want to come play for this team? Do they really want to play under this coach? Do they see this coach as one of the person that they need to impact their game? If you don't have that, no matter how big you think they are, don't get them in your team, because one very talented player but with the wrong attitude can destroy your dressing room. I saw the statement by Napoli about Osimhen the other day, and you could, for me, I always read between the lines and everything. And the statement was that they want the squad to be bonded together. They are ready to let him go. He's done well for the club, but he can go. They don't want the squad to be destroyed, the dressing room to be. I'm like, okay, this guy, what they're saying is, Victor, you're a good footballer, but you did destroy Ogboru too. You did destroy dressing room, so you can carry your nuisance and go. Okay, there are players who have nuisance value. Dennis the Menace Beckham have a nuisance value. Eric Cantona, king of them all, have a nuisance value. Ruud Gullit at the beginning of his career have a nuisance value. Edgar Davies, what's his name? Gattuso. These guys have nuisance value because in their own nuisance, Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira, in all they do, the club is still more important than even themselves. Okay, but with our coconut head, brother, it's a different conversation. Very, very different conversation. But let's keep it going and see. Precious Yeriwa says, to be honest, we had a good preseason. However, we need to wait at least 15 games in the season. 15 games? That's a whole lot, man. That's a whole lot. I'm not sure I'm going to be patient for 15 games. I will look at Liverpool for 5 games. First 5 games, that's the patience that I can give. Or probably I can even give allowance to 10. After that, judgment is coming. He is my peace. Yeah. Man pursue me, but I know he is my peace. We're coming out with the squad knife and cutlass and everything to dissect him. So you better be ready. You better be ready. Can I say just don't know why he sold Cavallo? Where it will explain to you later. Christopher Martins say, please, how can I get registered to participate in next Olympics? I can win Olympic gold in marathon for Nigeria in Los Angeles. Okay. You have to reach out to AFN and then provide proof of how many marathon you have won. Provide proof of how many events you have participated in. Then you can start from there. You register yourself with the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, and then boom, it's a go. And then also have a media team. We can help with that. Have a media team that will be telling the world how many, your clock, your minutes, your time, your personal best, your season's best, your national best, your world best record, and then we can put it there. If not, my brother, they shop the burger away, they shop with your big belly like Hallelujah band. Precious Area says the signs of a good 2024-2025 season outing are there for all to see. Liverpool. Just two signings, a CDM and a left back. Okay, OT David, he said with the way City played against United, I don't see them winning the league or even reach top 3. Are you really serious? Because Arsenal yet to play, but one thing that may kill their chances is Saka. Wait a minute. When have you ever seen Liverpool, Man City play well in the Community Shield? Man City does not start well. Man City have this attitude of let them spend their energy. We would overtake them. We're that good. Let them do whatever they do. Man City is like Samson. Give the Philistines a chance to bind you with rope, to chain you, and then you show your power in cutting the chains and then dealing with them. So Man City have never started the season very well. Man City seasons always start from November. So yeah, you're not going to. The fact that they played like that and they even won the Community Shield is something. The last 3 Community Shield, who's won them? Man City have not won anyone. They played in all the last 3 Community Shield and lost all of them. So if that's not, if you want to judge Man City, this will not be part of the way to judge them at all. We'll see. But you said Saka, I don't understand what you mean by Saka. Saka, is he not playing well? I think it's doing well. The live says slots they do hide and seek season will soon commence. We shall see. Now say bad guy say good morning sports community. Henry Morrison bros. From which club did Real Madrid sign Casemiro and how much? Oh my god. I think they signed him from a Brazilian club, if I'm not mistaken. How much now? I need to check. I need to be sure. I need to check where he came from. Wait. I think that's not going to be far. That's not going to be far. It's such a great player that those informations are not. It's not like Nigerian league. You know, those informations are out there. The way the season even ended, I thought already that they would. Okay, he came from Sao Paulo. He came from Sao Paulo as a kid, as a young player on loan to Real Madrid Casillas, and then that was 2010. He played for Sao Paulo 2010 to 2013, and then he went on loan to Real Madrid where he had 15 appearances, scoring 1 goal, and then again was loaned to the senior Real Madrid team where he played only 1 game in 2013. Then from 2013 to 2022 was where he capped it up with all that massive performance of playing 221 games and scoring 24 goals, winning all the titles that he won. He also had 1 season loan spell at FC Porto before eventually going to Manchester United. Okay, that 1 season loan spell was between 2014-2015 where he went on loan, and then the rest, as they say, is history. I don't know how much, but I don't think it would be much. I remember he played for the 2009 FIFA Under 17 World Cup. He was there at that tournament in 2009. Sorry, that was held in Nigeria. The one that Switzerland won. Yes, it was here in Nigeria with the Brazilian team, and you know, one of those things that happen in football. Today, see where it's turned out to be, but I don't think I have the figure how much was paid because these are young players. The monies are kept under the wrap. Okay, so that's the story. I don't know if I've done justice to your question. And remember, say as much as I don't like Liverpool, I just feel they are a very dark horse that everyone should be wary of this season. But I seriously wish they will feel sharp. I remember say Oscar Bob definitely will come good only if he does not allow the English press to get into his head. The Lawa say this Osimhen deal is having too much back and forth. It's high time they close this deal so he can settle wherever he goes or stays. Which deal? There's not deal. If you say close deal, if you want to close the, you close the way they on discussion. There is no discussion. As it is, so Victor Osimhen is a reserve player for Napoli. Now, because it will be Nigerians, I mean, would make her look like say there is a deal. There's no deal on ground. There's no deal, no conversation. Everything is standstill. It might still move, but we don't know when yet. Henry Morris says the Olaraju said the Osimhen's transfer is not being delayed by anyone. The truth is no one is actually interested anymore. That's just the sad truth. See, I was in one forum where we were talking about the Osimhen deal, and they asked me for my opinion because in these days, a WhatsApp group, unless it's a WhatsApp group, and then they talk. I just look people because sometimes what I've noticed with a lot of Nigerians is that when it comes to sports, people then they agree say they be ignorant people, then they ignorant. But everybody want to have opinion and they sound like they're expert. So that one you just stand, they look like I don't have anything to tell you. But sometimes if they reach out and come and say, "What's your opinion on this?" Victor Osimhen can make this deal work like this. If you have said that, okay, you know what, I'm going to take a pay cut. My career is more important than the money. It's already ostensibly clear. The blind can see it, the deaf can hear. Even the dead see it in the afterlife that Antonio Conte is not good. You know what I like about Antonio Conte? Antonio Conte is like me. With Antonio Conte, what you see is what you get. If Antonio Conte like you, you go know. If he not like you too, you go know. It doesn't pretend. It doesn't bend it. And which is something that I like. Right? From the very first entry, hey guy, you're not there my plan. Oh. Find where you go. Now you're at the club, get contract. So I will respect that one. You're in the club, get contract. But that contract does not include that I will play you. So you're not in my plan. I'm looking for my Lukaku, my precious Lukaku, and any other players that I work with. But for you, nah, you're not in my plan. You're not the kind of striker or player that I need. And also, Antonio Conte have shown precedents. Have shown that Antonio Conte don't care whether you score 50 goals before. Diego Costa won the league with Chelsea. Antonio Conte Saka with SMS. You know, even wait, say we will see normal thing. I don't have plans for you. I have other plans. You can go look somewhere where we'll be training together. When you get another club, do feel free. Call your agent to take you there. No. Okay. You're not needed in my team. Don't come. Don't bother. Your dressing, your locker, all your things in the locker room have been packed in the carton. We'll send them to you. Don't come. You understand? That's Antonio Conte. So when you know that kind of coach, and then he comes with a pedigree. He's won the league in Italy. He's won the league in England. Who are you? Once he's giving you that signal, your job is to tell your agent. When I said I have an errand boy as agent, that Roberto Calenda, people say, "Oh, that you have bad math." It's not bad math. When would they talk of agent? Apart from Osimhen, who else is he managing? That's an errand boy now. When you talk of agent, you talk of strong agent. Not be somebody say not go fit strike a deal. They go do Twitter post. Osimhen is not going to learn. It's not going to learn. Who go sign up? And then I mean, it's a long shot anyway. I don't even want to get involved in that conversation. But to be very honest, there is no conversation on the table. Paris Saint-Germain have stated their terms, their condition upon which they will sign it. If they agree, good. For Chelsea, the conditions are even waiving. Okay. The reason why that conversation is on the table is because they want to remove Lukaku from their wage bill. So that's even the reason why the interest is there. If Napoli gets him, if there was a possible way for Lukaku to go to Napoli without them needing Osimhen, they will go because they're still looking for striker and they're not talking about Osimhen. Osimhen needs to say, okay, you know what? Move. Let's meet you people halfway. Yeah, my salary is big, right? I'm going to take maybe a 30% pay cut. People do it. Mbappe took pay cuts to go to Madrid, even though he's going for free. He took pay cut. Considering what Paris Saint-Germain was paying him, nobody was willing to do it. So even Madrid put their foot on the ground. Hey, we are the best club in the world. We need to beg you. We won Champions League last season. I won the league without you. So we're not help you. If you want to come. If you don't want to come, get out. We'll go pay you well, but that more money whether they pay you there. We're not paying you. After all, we're going to give you sign-on fee that is equal to transfer fee. But you're worth it because you're young. You're going to be with us for another 10. Any player that can be with us for another 10, 15 years if you behave yourself when you stay in shape. Well, why not? But even at that, he took a pay cut. Now, who's Mbappe? Who is Victor Osimhen? Let's compare the two of them first. In the first place, let's really measure. Like, if you want to measure players, you want to put Mbappe in the same conversation. Even Mbappe can take pay cut. Mbappe has won gold and silver at the World Cup. Mbappe is everywhere. He's played in the finals of the Champions League. Even if he's not won it, he's a Ballon d'Or candidate. You cannot say Osimhen is a player with the right package behind him will win the Ballon d'Or, will also win European Golden Boot with the number of goals that he scores and all that. You can put them in the same conversation. If he can take pay cut, who's Osimhen? Take a pay cut. That's like you first moving the needle. the eye of the needle one step forward. And then let the two clubs now go and iron out their deals, because you know that deal is they can spread the payment, right? So it's easy on them. And you know that you've also made a move, a sacrifice. Don't forget, somebody was asking me, why would Atletico Madrid sign Julian Alvarez and not Osimhen? And I said, first of, you have to understand the extras that come in. Osimhen does not have those extras. In football deals, your star players need to have extras. The extras that come in. One, in Argentina, Atletico Madrid can comfortably sell 1 million pieces of Julian Alvarez jerseys. Right now, there is no star boy in Argentine football that is overriding it. Messi is gone. Aguero is gone. Higuain is gone. So he is the star boy of all the star boys. His jerseys are going to sell, and the original jersey. So let's say, hypothetically, that jersey will be sold for $100, right? Let's do a little bit of maths, okay? Let's do a little bit of maths and see. This one, you know, you think I see phone. This kind of condenser mic. What's wrong with you? $100 times 1 million. Okay, that's $100 million. Now with this, Sam, that's $100 million. How much I spent to buy him? Let's say 82 million. Sales of jersey alone. Sales of jerseys alone have paid for that money. So whatever it brings on the field in terms of goals, in terms of title, if they win, is cancelled. There is nobody in Nigeria or Africa that will buy 10,000 pieces of Osimhen jersey, original jersey. No, first of all, they need to sell original jersey for here. So, okay, let's even use the diaspora audience. Majority of Nigerians abroad would rather go to the stadium and try to see all our celebrities in a free jersey than they get. Our celebrities, they buy jersey. Our celebrities don't buy jersey. They like free. So they'll find a way to enter, use their celebrity status, enter Osimhen, get free jersey. How many free you won't get? Right? So all of those things you should put into the conversation before they say, why would they sign Julian Alvarez? And then, again, Atletico Madrid have an Argentine coach. Which club get Nigerian coach when one sign Osimhen? The Nigerian coach when they insult. So you see all of these things play a pivotal role in decision making for players going to wherever they are going. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it's going. Michael says, good morning, my brother, and everyone in the house. Good morning to you. Harry Morris says, I don't want it to look like I'm bantering or hating on Rooney, but what with all that has happened since he became a coach, I think he should go and get himself a pundit job like the rest of them. I beg. The thing is, when Rooney they talk, people know the hear what they talk. So as a pundit, how you want to keep him on the job? That's also something you have to consider. Not be say at the Yabamo, and the voice shemamo, but you know that their accent for that their social accent when they get to he get the way he be. Okay, Precious here was saying congratulations, boss. It's been an amazing journey. First time I heard from you on radio was in 2011 from Hot FM Owerri. Through Solomon Onu, aka Solomon Rio. Since then, I've been a fan. Cheers. Thank you very much. That guy is my guy. Tosi Limale says Pedro Neto deal is sealed already. He was at the stadium yesterday. Precious Yerewa says the video ran by Osimhen messed up a lot of things for him. I personally lost respect for him. Me too. Nasai Banga says you should be celebrated, boss. Over 20 years in the game, no BBs. More fulfilling years ahead. Thank you very much. Tosile Made says congratulations and thanks for your service. Diolaro says, I wonder if there is anything about this Delight guy that make him keep going from one club to another within a short while. Comes in with hype and then fizzle out in a short time. I think he's a good player. He needs he's going to work with a coach that he's worked with before now. So we will see how he goes. I don't think Delete is a bad player, but injury has not been fair to him as well. So let's put this conversation on a very fair place. He's also had injury issues that he had to contend with. And when injury comes in, it's not something you plan for. It's just there. It's like back in the day when Robin Van Persie was getting injured, I say he's not a good player. We all know that Robin Van Persie is a good player. You know, after winning the UEFA Cup with Feyenoord against Borussia Dortmund against Jens Lehmann, scoring that amazing free kick in the finals. And then he went to Arsenal, was injured here and there, but you could tell his first touch it was good. It just had injury problem. So I think it's the same thing with the Leeds. I mean, the Ajax Academy does produce good players, especially if they have good attitude, mentality, and all that. But injuries is something that just comes. Sometimes it's genetical, sometimes it's your development. There's a whole lot of things that contribute to injuries, and then sometimes it's your training, sometimes it's your habit, sometimes there are things that you cannot even control. Okay, if it's genetics, there's nothing you can do about it. Like Neymar have very thin bone tissues. It's not something he can control. But hey, it is what it is. The allowance is. I can read that one. Bayami Ayodele says there are players that are crazy but still get good clubs bidding for them. Like Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic had Mino Raiola. Mino Raiola, have you read his Zlatan Ibrahimovic? I Am Zlatan. Have you read that book? Go and read it. Mino Raiola used to walk to club president and tell them that, look, sign this guy and I will get you these sponsors to sponsor your club. Does Osimhen have that? Because, say, when I was in Brilla, Tony Bakayoko called me one day and asked me one question. That then I just laughed about it. But now, when I look back, he was right. He's like, what is that thing about you that makes it possible for you to take on these people that are highly revered and feared? Took on Amos Adamu when he was at his highest of highest. I took on Obaseki till he got out of the MPFL, LMC. And I've taken out Anthony's like, bro, we walk in the same place, we see you every day. What is this thing that you have behind you that makes it like even chairman of this company, you took him on the live radio? What's that? And I tell him that, Tony, all of you working here, you work to survive here. Like your life depends on this. I'm the only guy here who does not need this. That's why I told him there. I said, I'm the only guy who does not need it. Okay? I can walk away from here and I'll still eat. I'll still clothe myself. My lifestyle will not change. So that's the reason why I can do what I can do. And then again, talk about law, police, and all that. Anybody of the people that I've attacked, it is 1% of the fact that I have about them that I'm putting out. And from what I am saying, say, if person they talk about what you do, and they call date, time, place, say this person no. But then the way I do it, I'll just put like 1% of the whole 100% out. You know that if you come at me, I will unlock all the other doors. Oh. So you know that already. That's the reason why when people talk truth, it's hard to attack them. But my guys didn't know that, right? So for Sime, some people can be bad, but they have people behind them who makes it work. You know how they say, if you want to do business with a Chinese person, rich Chinese people, the first thing they ask you is go bring your family. What family are you from? They'll profile your family. They want to know. And then if you don't have family background, then you have to bring your children, because business in China is not a 5 years, 10 years thing. It has to be very long, right? So you have to be able to put human character on the ground that can guarantee that if we do business today, it's not going to go to waste. Or as they say in politics, who no get Godfather, they need to vote for him. Because when you start to misbehave, they need to have somebody they can call and say, call your boy to order. If not, nobody will vote for you. You say Jimmy Agbaje not be a good person. But when it comes to election, that's how it works. You must have somebody that the powers that be, the business community, the market people can say, hey, somebody is misbehaving. Call him to order. I'll get him out of office. And you know the truth. You know what happened. So I'm just giving you that as an example. Osimhen no gay agents. Osimhen has built an empire around worshippers, people who bow down and worship to him. Now, you need to have an agent who can pick up his phone and call you and say, you are very stupid. Get out of that place now, and you would get out. Go and apologize, and you will go and apologize. You have to have somebody who is a backbone. It's not football. The ball where they play, so many people they play more. So now if we go there, there's Zlatan Ibrahimovic had management team where we say they work, we get power, and then he's a European. He's not a black man. Okay. Abayemi Ayodele says there were players that are crazy but still get good clubs bidding for them, like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Like Neymar need to misbehave. Stop it. Your perception of Neymar is wrong. Neymar is one of the most perfect professional football player in the world. There is not one single injury that Neymar have gotten in the history of football that is not football contact related. Neymar don't form injury. He's fit every season. He's ready to play every season. He has not come back from preseason looking so fat and unprepared. He's always come prepared. So Neymar have not insulted any coach, any manager, not fought anybody. So what's Neymar's name doing there? People just create a media perception for you to put Neymar in this conversation. Now that's not Neymar. Okay, I've heard a lot of people in Nigeria talk about Neymar that he had a fake career. As like this Neymar one at the talk. So there is no Nigerian footballer that hits up to 50% of the height when he reach. And they worship those players. Unakano Wakwa and our coach and Mikel Obi, they're not fit lazy out of Neymar. But hey, I don't know where Africa, even the George Ware and the Samuel Eto'o one and even they talk about too. Neymar dwarf them. Maybe Samuel Eto'o okay can be in that conversation. But Neymar dwarf all of them. But people are very quick. I saw one person that say Suarez was a failed player. And I don't blame him now. This is a modern day analysis. People will give him a microphone to talk. He said, I believe if Osimhen have a good agent, he would get a good club with his numbers. I agree with you on that last part. Demola Abedi Brian says, do you think if Arsenal get Coman and Merino, they are good to go? Absolutely, yes. Christopher Martin says, I'm not impressed. Will Barcelona sign it so far? They need to sign Nico Williams and also a solid defensive midfielder. Well, we hear that Dani Olmo is coming in, is a done deal. And there's also the talk that Nico Williams will come in. I don't know how true that is, but there's a conversation going on. Barcelona's problem is money. It's not like all those things that you're saying that they don't know, but there's a need for money. They don't have it, and that's the problem. Andrew Morris says, bro, so I love you to give us your thoughts on who you think will be relegated this season from the EPL. Also, who do you think will get the first sack as... I know if you do that one. I don't have. I think our new show that is coming, we will have that as part of this. Already on my script, so we'll have that as part of the discussion. But right here, no, I'm not going to be able to do that one. The last says, I watched the women's gold medal basketball match, and boy, so eye-catching. French ladies wouldn't budge easily, and they gave a good fight. Yeah. Olafat says, good morning, boss. The Olympics is almost over. As Nigeria didn't win, almost. Did you just say almost over? Kaneko says, I still the reason Paco like Esogone Daffy don't they do aje by drinking tea on air every morning instead of stash and pandu. Power of love and woman. To be very honest, let's start with this second. I just tell people every day, my wife, not reach the aje, but I was born with a diamond spoon. Let's put the record straight. I was born by a billionaire. Somebody who means everybody they respect today was my father's driver. In the summer of Bini, Gabriel Igbenedo was my father's driver. So I not be Paco. No, don't put that one into the conversation. I not be Paco at all. I just say that thing for the fun of it. And not be no, don't ever say that. I learned pidgin English in old age. I not be Paco at all. Not even put up for that conversation at all. You're wrong. You're wrong. My wife for the bomb for Jegule. You want compare me with the boys at Palace. You smoking bro, I be the change your brain we go to. So warn yourself. All I have to say, my question is, where did we get it wrong? Is it administrators or as an organization? What should be in place? So the thing is, yesterday I had a very long call with Colin Udo, and I said to him that if Nigeria really wants to be a force to reckon with at the Olympics, now 30 to 40 years work. How? First off, we cannot win Olympics with our athlete being trained by others. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. That's one. Two, we need to have our own coaches up to date here in Nigeria. We need to bring back school sports. We need to have our own high performance science labs that takes care of our athletes. And then we need to, really incentivize athletics performance. And then schools, you don't have to wait till a university in Texas give you scholarship for you to know that you are an athlete. Nigerian universities, there's this statistics that I always use for people. Every football academy, almost all of us play for youth team, right? All the youth teams I will play for, in a space of 10 years, only 1% of players playing in that team can make it abroad. So what happened to the other 99%? If you don't have clubs in Nigeria, the Eyimbas of this world and the Teresis, the Remo Stars and the rest absorbing them, where would they go to? So we also should not be saying, because of the 1% of athletes that go to the US to go and school on scholarship, that's what we'll depend on. Why can't Uniports, Unilag, all of these have school programs, and then like they have abroad where they are funded by their alumni, our own alumni fund our sports program as well and go. For that to happen, it's going to take another 30 to 40 years. But we just, I've said it over and over and over again that the problem with living on luck is that you don't know when luck is going to run out. Every success story that you cannot explain is not success, it's robbery, it's a crime. It's a crime scene waiting to be investigated. And for us, all our athletic sporting success have been a crime scene waiting to. Isn't that surprising? We've won 3 AFCON. 3. The 3 AFCON, everyone that we've won had triggered disaster. Every footballing success that we have, including the Olympic gold medal winning, have triggered disaster. The only one that even created a pathway of success was we won under 17 in 1993 with over a bunch of overage players, and then we won the Nations Cup in 94, went to the World Cup in 94. Then 2 years later, we went to win the Olympic gold. That period produced a generation that, even though we're banned from going to Burkina Faso in 98, and then by 96 we didn't go to South Africa, we were banned for 98. By 2000 we got to the finals and lost to Cameroon. That was a good period. That success again took 5 years to build. So we've not been able to build any success. We won the Nations Cup in 2013. We didn't qualify for 2015, and since then we've been wobbling and fumbling. So also the same thing. We're having athletes that we could not buy bicycle for, athletes that we do not give money for, we do not provide grant for them for their training, we do not provide grant for their medicals, we don't provide grant for them to go and participate in different meets around the world. These are things that they struggle to do. You want them to come and win good for you? Come on, stop now. You cannot now. You cannot do that. If your goat come up for your band, they go eat for another person band regularly. The time where they go give and belay for them, if you born to that, now that person will get that band, I go take the picking. That's what the matter they be. So we're not ready yet. When we're ready, we'll go know. Ibrahim Abiola says, Casimiro from Sao Paulo. Ekene Ekwonife says, as you they drink this tea, bros, you sure say you see the fit they fit to fight. Abi Mr. Dafedon they come out to Mike Tyson in you. I don't understand though. I'm not sure you've seen me fight before. I'm not sure. Some imaginations in people's head. I'm not sure you've seen me fight too. Probably you're talking about someone that's not really me, Sha. Demola Abiani Brian says, I fear this Liverpool team, Sha. I'm not really afraid of them. Their games in this preseason is very good. I think they will do well with Slot. I think they'll do well, but I don't think that they will challenge for the title. I don't think so. The last time Manchester City won the Community Shield, they lost the league. Nope. They've won the Community Shield and won the league title before. They say there's the cost of the Community Shield, but Man City have won Community Shield and won the league before. They are the last club to win the Community Shield and win the league. Okay. Ekene Kunife says, I heard this morning that Osimhen has handed in a transfer. Yeah, this was since last Friday now. Handed a transfer request. Okay, to where now? I mean, if it's here, again, this is another part that I'm always surprised at. You're handing a transfer request to a club that have already agreed to sell you. It's not as if they are saying they don't want to sell you. A transfer request does not mean their price. Now it means that the club will not say, okay, you know what? Every club that wants to sign you must pay that 130 million. Again, another foolish decision by Osimhen. This club have told you they want to sell you. It's not as if they don't want to sell you. They want to sell you. The club that wants to buy you agreed to a contract last summer for them to put in a higher buyout clause. Now you are here. You're putting a transfer request. Transfer request said the buyout clause will come down. Okay. Babawale Olayemi says that's Big Pedro. Say lovely show as always. It's gonna be a great season, provided that I listen to this show every week. Are you there? I'll be here. There's not too much traveling. Even if we travel, there's gonna be a show wherever we go. I think that this channel would up the ante a bit this season for sure. We'll do a lot more. We'll provide a lot more content. Ekene says, where do I start now? Ekene says this means he might take a pay cut. If you like, you take. You like, you not take my career. Ibrahim Avila says Chelsea they fear going for Osimhen baggage. It's obvious they aren't going to go for him, judging from the players and deal they are doing. I think so too. Ibrahim Abiola says, and to make matters worse, Saudi team self no bid again. Alafa say, boss, another CAF nomination for African Player of the Year is Morocco Rahimi. If won the AFC Champions League and came third in the Olympic, becoming highest goal scorer, seems someone to watch out for. Ibrahim Belafaye says Osimhen will do every team mouth and we dey exaggerate that Madrid go come for him. Well, that's how it is. One bad action can destroy everything. So everything that was going well have been destroyed by one bad video that you did. Don't fight the people you shouldn't fight, and don't make some fights in public. You can do them secretly. If Osimhen had used his process to do that fight, I mean, we will not be having this conversation. We'll be talking about his new club and the preseason is hard. But unfortunately, he didn't do that. My mother would say, "Yeah, when the year was 90 follow her, they go when they cut up." So this is how we come to the end of the show today. I'm a bit nervy today because I have a new show to start. I don't know how it's gonna go, how it's gonna come out, but I hope it does come out well. For the shows, the Ladimeji Lawa video that we'll put up, please engage it, put your comment there, tell us what you think about the interview. I mean, some of you in this generation does not even know the story he's telling, but it's good to know the stories of our heroes, okay? It's not only the foreign heroes you want to know their story. The stories of our heroes are also very, very good to talk about. Adewale Anisu says, I think Osimhen should have left last season when the ovation was loud. Now that Arsenal has refused to sign quality attackers, but don't you think that think Arsenal would struggle again this season? Did Arsenal struggle last season? When you say again, what do you mean? Did they struggle last season? Arsenal was the second highest scoring team. They were, as a matter of fact, the highest scoring team till the end of the season. They came second in the Premier League against the Man City, Pep Guardiola Man City. They defended, they had the best defense last season. So what exactly? They lost only 5 games last season. So it's like the least lost in like 20 years in the history of the club. What is the struggle? Because they came second. Teams came third, fourth, fifth, sixth. They were happy. Why is Arsenal coming second? A struggle and again. What's the again? Arsenal is progressing from 8th, 5th, second. And the points are the margin of point. Arsenal is the only team that have improved in the last 4 seasons. Man City have stayed where they are. Liverpool have regressed. Spurs have regressed. Man United, Chelsea have regressed. And then you call it struggle. I don't understand where you see the struggle anyway. But yeah, that's how I come to the end of the show today. My name is Idafi Mathias. You love to call me the Local Sports. Let's do this again. But please, if you've not subscribed to the channel, do what to subscribe and have for yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.